Hawaii, the home team, taking on the Portland Pilots. Last year, the first time, the Rainbow Warriors winning the tournament here in Honolulu, and it was a Christmas miracle that did it for the Bows. Races up the floor, McClanahan for the win! Got it!
On the court, on the run, from downtown Honolulu.
So Jovan McClanahan, the tournament-winning shot last year, was the most outstanding player of the Diamond Head Classic. The winner will get Georgia Tech in the semifinals tomorrow night. Nevada TCU in semifinal number 1 from Honolulu tomorrow. Along with Carolyn Peck and our ESPN crew, Roxy Birdsey with you, and Mele Kaliki Maka from the 50th Estate. I guess, well, around here they call that shot from McClanahan the Mele Kaliki Maka miracle, not necessarily the Christmas miracle. But we should have a good one. A lot of energy in the building for the Rainbow Warriors tonight.
And the Warriors are playing extremely well, but they're going to have their hands full with the Portland Pilots, especially with Tyler Robertson.
This team, Portland, they can really shoot it. But Robertson does so many things for Shante Leggins.
He is Mr. Everything. You will see him handle the ball and run the team. You'll see him shoot the three, drive it, and post it up. And he's going to have to do a little bit of everything for Portland tonight against Hawaii.
Noel Coleman has had some big moments in this tournament, and Hawaii looking for a strong effort from Coleman, the senior from Belgium, who was second team All-Big West last year.
It's super efficient. When you look at his numbers, and he's shooting 51% from the floor, 40% from the three-point line.
Home whites for the Rainbow Warriors, and Portland in the black. And the opening tip won by Bernardo da Silva and UH. And one note for Portland, their regular starting center, Alamami Karoma, not available tonight for Shante Leggins, and probably will not have him in this tournament for a violation of team rules. It'll be reassessed when the Pilots get back to Portland, as Bernardo da Silva missing it down low, and the rebound controlled by the Pilots. Starting 5 for Portland, as the Pilots are 6-6. An interesting run early in the season for Portland, as in the lane there's the floater by Tyler Robertson, the Aussie. And Aran Ganat starting 5 for the Rainbow Warriors. But so Portland 6-6. They have some solid wins. They beat Long Beach State, who's one of the top teams in the Big West. They beat Wyoming. Also win on the road at North Dakota. So then a couple of puzzling losses also for Portland. So it's been a mixed bag of results for Shante Leggins to start the year.
And I think that Tyler Harris, the freshman, is going to play a big part in there, as well as Chris Austin. If they're making shots from the perimeter.
Robertson backing his way in against Noel Coleman, and it stays at this end with Portland. There is Shante Leggins. His third year at Portland, good run where he took Eastern Washington to the NCAA tournament back in the 21 season. Leggins have played his college ball at Cal and Fresno State.
Tyler Robertson inbounded the ball. Number 2 in black. The first 2 possessions Portland has played through him.
And the missed 3 from Tyler Robertson, and the Bows control it on the glass. Jovan McClanahan, the most outstanding player in last year's tournament, hit that tournament-winning 3. And the grad transfer from the Ivy League and from Yale, Matthew Cotton, to miss. And Bernardo da Silva has his shot blocked underneath, and the Pilots come away with it.
I've seen Tyler Roberts bring the ball down. He's posted up. He's taken a 3. He does play just about 1 through 5.
Here is Tyler Robertson, who went to Eastern Washington originally to play for Shante Leggins, and then when Leggins left to take the job at Portland, Tyler Robertson followed him down the Pacific Coast. From Cheney, Washington to Portland, Oregon, as Jovan McClanahan missing a 3. Loose ball picked up, and Justin McCoy is denied. Last touch by the Rainbow Warriors. It belongs to Portland. As Aran Ganat, in his 9th year now at the University of Hawaii, and stint as an assistant coach, a legendary figure around these parts, Riley Wallace. Also worked for Randy Bennett at St. Mary's for a number of years.
I loved what Coach Gannott said about what's the best part about playing in this tournament. He said, you do what you love in a beautiful place that you love, playing where anything can happen. And he saw that last year, winning the championship on that shot.
Over 3 minutes without scoring to start the game for Hawaii. Noel Coleman. Here's McCoy open. And the grad transfer from North Carolina breaks the seal for the Rainbow Warriors.
Shoots 39% from the three-point line. That's his 15th three on the season.
And this is a good shooting Hawaii team, as the Bows shoot 37% from three and 48.5% overall from the floor. One inside, and it spins out for Vasily Vucinic for Portland. Matthew Cotton drives the baseline and is bumped, and the foul called on Chris Austin of the Pilots. Early sub for Portland as Thomas Osterbrook checks in for Shante Leggins. Now, does that have a Hawaiian theme, would you say, to his polo on the sideline?
I think so. Kinda.
There's
got a print to it.
Yeah, it's definitely not just your standard run-of-the-mill. Well, Coleman way out top, but not certainly the level of aloha from the Hawaii bench. Knocked away, loose ball picked up by Coleman. Shot clock rolling down. Matthew Cotton, corner three. And the rebound falls to Tyler Harris, the freshman for Portland. Harris has been a nice surprise to start the year for Shante Leggins.
As a freshman, he continues to develop as games go on. He's getting more aggressive, specifically on the offensive end.
And on the tie-up, we'll stay at this end. Slow start offensively for both Hawaii and Portland. Look at the sun setting on the Stan Sheriff Center in Honolulu. 3-2 the Bows out front. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Hawaiian Airlines. Hawaii flies with us. By Outrigger Hotels and Resorts, come be here. And the Hawaiian Islands, learn more at gohawaii.com. 3-2, the home team, the Rainbow Warriors, the early lead on Portland. And a couple of nights ago, the kind of welcoming event for the 14th annual Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic. There's a legendary coach at the University of Hawaii, Riley Wallace, who is a mentor to Eran Gannott, and Jamie Dixon of TCU. He was here to see TCU earlier today, now back to see the Bows. And this was the Coaches versus Cancer event, which Eran Gannott puts on, the 7th annual, with all the coaches, along with some local businesses. And yeah, they got some gas bag there. I'm talking to Kimo, who provided me with some Aloha shirts, you know.
You were looking very handsome.
Oh, thank you. It takes a lot of effort, believe me. They're the coaches with Riley Wallace. And Eran Gannott is so proud of that event to raise money for cancer research and awareness here in the islands. And the biggest amount of donations they've received. This is the 7th annual Coaches versus Cancer event, which Eran has started for this event. And Eran in his 9th season as the head coach at UH. Coming back here where he has such fond memories when Riley Wallace was guiding this program, and now it's under the direction of Eran Gannott. 3-2, the early Bows lead. Slow starts. Portland 1 of 6, Hawaii 1 of 8 shooting. And a steal for Noel Coleman. And from his wallet finds Matthew Cotton.
McCoy was wide open in the corner. They missed him.
And a travel. Bernardo da Silva took an extra step out top. Sluggish start for both teams.
I think after watching the game previous to this, may have caused you to get a little tight, because that game came down to the wire. 3-point game. Georgia Tech pulled it off.
And Portland, the only team in the first round that has to play a true road game, where the other 3 games featured a neutral site, but this is the Rainbow Warriors' home floor. And an offensive foul, a hook on Tyler Harris, trying to go baseline.
Justin McCoy's defense, the pressure moving his feet. He had to retreat, then he closed back out. Caused some frustration from Harris, and Harris called for the offensive foul.
Hawaii 7-2. They're coming off a loss. They played Nevada here Sunday. Nevada was able to squeeze in an extra game as Bernardo da Silva down low. But the Bulls makes it 5-2 Hawaii. Able to squeeze in that extra game over here. But Hawaii under Ranganat the last couple of years, coming off a loss in the regular season. They've gone 12-2.
Well, their offense had dropped off a couple of years, and now it is back. I think that bringing in Justin McCoy and Matt Cotton has played a big part in that.
They lost a couple of key weapons from last year, namely Kamaka Hepa, also Samuta Avea, were key figures for Hawaii. Here is McCoy, who played at both Virginia and North Carolina. As Noel Coleman tries to dunk it going baseline, and it popped out. There is a heavy international flavor on both sides as driving in the native of Pasadena, California, Chris Austin gives Portland the lead.
But Portland, 6 continents represented on their roster.
And Hawaii as well. And along with Arizona, 8 different countries. That is tied for the most in college basketball, players from 8 different countries. Jovan McClanahan launching. And the rebound grab by Chris Austin for Portland. Open. Tyler Harris missing a 3. The offensive rebound, Chris Austin on the reload. And a 3. Vukashin Masic for Portland. And it's 9-5, the native of Serbia, who's on his 3rd stop. Hofstra, Maine, now Portland.
And Portland really needs Masic to score to help out Tyler Robinson, and especially not having Karoma.
Bernardo da Silva gets clobbered down low. Thomas Osterbrook called for the foul. And here's what we're talking about. This is Portland's team, and you look at all the countries represented on the Portland roster. And that's 8 different countries.
Wow. I wonder how many different languages are spoken in the locker room.
I just hope they can all master English. I have enough trouble with that. A couple of Aussies check in for Hawaii as Noel Coleman short on a 3, and the Aussie Tyler Robertson the rebound. But Tom Beattie, who's from New Zealand, going to the bench with Ryan Rapp, the Aussie, and Harry Ruliadef also in, the Aussie. Noel Coleman stumbles through the key. Foul before the shot on Portland. And Portland on a 7-0 run. And an early 9-5 lead in Hawaii on the Rainbow Warriors. Quarterfinal number 4 in Paradise. Last quarterfinal of day 1 of the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic. There's a look at Waikiki and the Tiki Torches that are ever present, and early lead for the Pilots, who are used to hitting the road. They have been all over this country so far. A couple of games in North Dakota. In fact, Portland's already played 12 games this year, as they're going to enter WCC play after the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic, losing last Saturday in Phoenix to Grand Canyon, then traveling over the Pacific to Honolulu. And they'll head back to Portland where they'll open up against the Pacific Tigers to start West Coast Conference play. Shante Leggins, pilots are 6-6.
Hope they're racking up those frequent flyer miles. They can keep those now, right?
I believe they can now. Here's Ryan Rapp launching a three, and a foul underneath going for the rebound, and it's going on Portland, and they're calling it on Vasily Vucinic. And the first on Vucinic, the native of Montenegro. Already 5 team fouls on Portland as Noel Coleman off the inbound drains a three.
That's what Hawaii needed. Put Juan Munoz into another shooter on the floor to try to open up the floor offensively.
Tyler Robertson backing in, and he gets the roll as he backed down Ryan Rapp.
And he gave the too small symbol going against Marsak, who is probably a few inches taller than him.
Morsak goes 7'1", so yeah, he gives up a little bit.
You know?
Here's the 8th year, yes, 8th year senior, and an amazing story in Juan Munoz. And the steal, here comes Tyler Harris racing up the floor. Harris attacks, Harris, and one.
Tyler Robinson goes back to work, posting up. And then he gives the too small. He goes, just a matter of how big you think you are. And then Tyler Harris comes right back, drawing the foul as he attacks and gives a trip to the free throw line.
So the and one for the freshman Harris. 13-8 Portland. I gotta think though that the too small was directed at Rapp, and he wasn't taking a shot at Morsak.
I don't think, I was thinking that on the replay. I don't think he expected Morsak to be coming across.
And those two know each other, both from Australia. So it might have been a little...
Oh yeah, connection.
Oh yeah.
Little home connection.
More. Here's Munoz, 5 to shoot. Munoz, and a foul will send Juan Munoz to the line. The second on Vasily Vucinic. And again, without Ali Karoma for Portland, there's some struggles inside in terms of depth for Shante Leggins to deal with. Munoz, 87% for the line. So we told you he's an 8th year senior. He's 25 years old. And an amazing story that he's even still playing, considering he's dealt with 3 torn ACLs, 2 in one leg, 1 on the other, a torn Achilles, and he went 2 full seasons without playing a game.
Well, because the injuries would happen either in the preseason or just before the season started, so he wasn't able to compete that following season, and still to come back is incredible.
He's one of 2 8th-year players in college basketball. Seth Towns at Howard is also in his 8th season.
Ranganat said, how can any of his players show up and not have an appreciation for the ability to play when you see a player like Juan Munoz come in and work as hard to get back on the court?
And even though Munoz in his 8th year is 25, I think he still looks like he's 12.
Look, when he's 45, he'll take that.
Munoz in the lane, the fadeaway. Morsak on the offensive glass. And it's out of bounds, will stay at this end. But the struggles for the Rainbow Warriors, they are 3 of 15 from the floor. As we talked about, this is normally an outstanding shooting team.
Well, it is a little cold in here. Maybe they just haven't quite warmed up yet.
But it's the home floor. They should be used to this. And a 3 from Jovan McClanahan. They're going to review it at the next timeout to make sure he was behind the line. But McClanahan ties the game for the Bows. He's led this team in assists each of the last 2 years. turnover by Portland. One more look at his last three. Was McClanahan behind the stripe?
And that's a three.
That'll stay. Open for three at the top, in and out for Harry Ruliadev. Here's Austin in transition. And the off-balance runner draws contact. And Chris Austin will head to the free throw line for Portland. First on Jovan McClanahan. So Austin, a sixth-year senior, pales in comparison to Munoz. Transfer from Fordham. Last year had a medical redshirt from a significant leg injury, which he suffered a couple of years ago in a postseason tournament for Portland. Tomorrow night, one NBA game on the ESPN schedule. West Coast primetime matchup. Steph and the Golden State Warriors taking on Kyle Kuzma and the Wizards in San Francisco as the Wizards finishing up a four-game West Coast road trip. Coverage begins at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on ESPN. And not just Kyle Kuzma, but that's the return of Jordan Poole. We'll see how that goes in San Francisco tomorrow night. I'm interested to see how the Warrior crowd will greet Poole as McCoy buries a three and then barks at the Portland bench, going back the other way. Second three for Justin McCoy. And a foul committed by the Rainbow Warriors, but watch McCoy after he nails the shot.
Right in the corner. I think he was just asking a question because they stood up and he thought, what were you saying? He was just getting some clarification.
Did you say Mele Kalikimaka?
That's right.
Which, as most of you probably know, means Merry Christmas in Hawaiian. 4 threes now for Hawaii. Chris Austin backing down the shorter McClanahan.
I was interested to see how.
And an offensive foul on Chris Austin.
And see how Portland was going to try to take advantage of the height advantage they would have with McClanahan, not only guarding him offensively, but defensively, trying to back him down. But he got dislodged by Austin. Austin called for that offensive foul.
Munoz from the corner. And the rebound, a good box out by Tyler Harris. Long outlet ahead. Thomas Osterbrook going inside. Off bounce, will get to the line. 2-point lead for the Rainbow Warriors. 7:48 to go. First half of quarterfinal number 4. We were saying Mele Kalikimaka. It's festive all over the island. How about that giant Christmas tree? Hawaiian Airlines, our friends helping us get over to the 50th state. Here's Portland's arrival from PDX. They got here earlier this week, and they're all hanging loose. Got the lays going. UMass made the trek all the way from the East Coast. I'm still questioning the 1 mile of distance, though, for the University of Hawaii to get to the...
Yeah. Roxy, let it go.
Oh, they listened to me finally in the truck. What do you know? For a change, they actually listened to me.
Maybe it was for the guys that lived off campus. They had 1 mile to go.
So Portland, just over 2,500 miles away, but at least they get a direct one. Thomas Osterbrook at the line. And 2 shots for the sophomore from the Netherlands. And Shante Leggins frustrated, I think, still that offensive foul that was called on Chris Austin. That's what he was talking to Amy Bonner about. So Oosterbrook, who started at Miami and then transferred to Portland, coming out west. Even though he's from the Netherlands, went to high school in Southern California. And he ties the game. Good interior passing, and it just slipped out of the hands of Justin McCoy.
Moving McCoy all around, using his size. Had him out on the perimeter for the three, then the cut to the basket.
Here's Masic to the basket, missed the scoop, and then McCoy saves it, and underneath out of bounds to Hawai'i. Oh, and Greg Nixon changes the call. Initially said Bo's ball, and now it's a Portland basketball underneath.
You got to always be aware of Tyler Robinson taking the ball out.
Such a smart player, can just help you in so many ways. Here's a three on the way and too strong from Juanse Grosito. As the sophomore missing from deep in the lane. Thomas Oosterbrook can't cash in. Here comes Justin McCoy in transition. Open in the corner. Juan Munoz, three!
So smart by McClanahan, recognizing he knew where his shooter was in the corner.
5 threes for Hawaii. They have made 1 2-point field goal.
They need to stay outside that three-point line.
And a travel called against Juanse Grosito of Portland.
McClanahan recognizes before he even gets the basketball that Munoz is in the corner. That's your shooter. That's where you want to get the ball.
They made 6 field goals, 5 assists. And that's the way Hawaii needs to play. They share the ball, they run their sets. Lob over the top, Bernardo da Silva, the reverse layup. That's the largest lead for the Bows. As Eran Ganot working for Randy Bennett, and that's the way Randy's done things for years. Nice move inside, counted +1. Vukasin Masic for Portland.
Just recognizing the advantage, the lob pass. That is a perfect to Da Silva down low. And then for Portland on the other side, they also recognize that they had a mismatch, late rotation, and Masic able to get the finish.
Foul on Matthew Cotton of Hawaii. And 1 for Vukasin Masic. He took a redshirt season last year. He was a 2-time transfer, had his waiver denied last year. And now, of course, with the last couple of weeks, the NCAA allowing the 2-time transfers blanket eligibility across college basketball.
Now everybody can play.
Yeah, right in the middle of the season.
It's kind of like Oprah, you can play, and you can play.
And Bernardo da Silva throws it away. It goes to Portland. You look around college basketball, all these players all of a sudden who've been sitting, can't play. Now they can.
Well, they've been practicing.
Yes.
They've just been the star on the scout team. Now they can be on the roster.
Bull Dingdit checks in for the first time for Portland, the redshirt freshman from Australia for the Pilots.
In the game notes, Portland had a whole slew of players that planned to redshirt, and now those plans may change.
Masic backing down. And the rebound, Matthew Cotton for the Rainbow Warriors. Winner gets Georgia Tech in the semis tomorrow night. 5 minutes to go in this opening half.
Well, they could lob up. Marsak has positioning.
And the long three missed by Juan Munoz. Here comes Portland, 3-on-2. Tyler Harris in the basket, bowls over Juan Munoz and an offensive foul. Second on Tyler Harris. Shante Leggett's not a happy camper.
But Munoz was there all day. He had plenty of time. He established defensive position. He was there.
The offensive foul. 6 turnovers now for Portland. And Justin McCoy leans in down low.
McCoy can do more of that, taking advantage of his size against this smaller Portland team.
And the Pilots trying to race up the floor, give it right back to Hawaii. "22 wins last year for Hawaii. They finished 5th in the Big West. They went 13-7 in league play as UC Santa Barbara won the Big West tournament, represented the Big West in the NCAA field as Morris Seck gets pulled down and a foul underneath. And the Bows are in the bonus. First on Tyler Robertson. As Hawaii this season, when you look at the Big West preseason poll, Rainbow Warriors were picked to come in 3rd. The Gauchos picked to win it. Long Beach State right behind him. It's already been an impressive run for the Big West, considering Long Beach State has wins already at Michigan, at USC. UC Irvine beat USC. And then the other night, CSUN, Cal State Northridge, knocked off UCLA at Pauley Pavilion.
Big West is a dangerous conference.
One more for Moore, Seck. And Seck hits both, the native of Senegal. Went to high school in the Bay Area at both Archbishop Reardon and the synonymous now with prep schools, Prolific Prep.
Hawaii in a 2-3 zone.
Largest lead for the Bows. Deep three and a pretty stroke from Vukašin Macic. And he cuts the Hawaii lead in half as Macic has 9.
I thought that was a gamble of going to a zone with Macic running the point. He shoots over 40% from the three-point line.
This is a good shooting team that Portland has. That's one thing they can do. Well, you wouldn't know it the way the first half has played out. Justin McCoy missing from the corner. Jovan McClanahan runs down the long rebound. Justin McCoy wave it off, travel. One extra step for Justin McCoy. 25-22, the Rainbow Warriors getting all they can handle from the Portland Pilots. The Holiday out in full force. NBA Christmas Day, the annual tradition continues. 5 star-studded games on ESPN and ABC. Starting at noon Eastern with the Bucks and the Knicks. Then we take you to Denver. The last 2 champions, the Warriors and the Nuggets. Followed by the Celtics and the Lakers, the Sixers and Heat. And we wrap it up in Phoenix with the Mavs and the Suns. Every year, some of the association's best matchups on Christmas. Normally, we have our championship game on Christmas, but this year we moved it up. So Carolyn Peck can watch all 5 NBA games. Christmas Eve night, the championship in Honolulu. 3-point lead for the Bows.
I can catch some NBA before I get on the plane to go back home.
But that noon Eastern game is 7 a.m. with a tip-off here.
A little breakfast, mimosa, that's okay.
And denied. More Seck coming over for the Rainbow Warriors. Leads Hawaii in blocks and adds to his total.
It's his 12th block of the season. And that wasn't even close.
Well, they are known for their volleyball around here.
He may get recruited.
And a whistle and a foul committed by Hawaii. One more look at the block from Moore Sek.
The timing on the release, and then swatted that thing out of here.
Well, the men's volleyball program at Hawaii went back-to-back, 21 and 22 with national titles, and I'm sure they would have found that block from Moore Sek impressive. And there's 4 women's national titles here in volleyball. Tough fadeaway over Sek from Bull, dinged it. And then Sek just does get to it before it gets out of bounds.
Portland really missing having the availability of Kuroma.
He's a low post threat offensively, which they're really lacking here.
Well, when you have that low post presence, that really opens up the three-point shooting.
Because Kuroma averages 10 points a game. Really adept in the corner and a 3. Harry really adept from long range. And then a foul after the made 3. And some words between Moore Sek and Thomas Osterbrook. Five different Rainbow Warriors have now made 3s. So after the made basket, there was a foul called on Moore Sek.
That's
Portland
interesting.
in the bonus.
Because on the box out, it looked like Osterbrook went at Moore Sek almost intentionally, a little more extra than just a box out.
To bait him into it?
Yeah, and then Moore Sek then slung him down, and that's where, when you retaliate, you're usually the one that gets caught.
1 and 1 for Thomas Osterbrook. And Jovan McClanahan clears it. And in the absence of Kuroma, it might be Osterbrook that will pick up some of those minutes in the front court for Shante Leggins.
Moore Sek's got to keep his head about him, getting a little frustrated with all the physicality. Oh, my goodness.
Matthew Cotton knifing down the lane. Largest lead for Hawaii. And a 3. Bull dinged it from deep. Just his 3rd 3 of the season. And for dinged it, his first made field goal since November 25th.
Wow.
Almost a month. Noel Coleman for the Bows. Now both teams starting to get it going on the offensive end. Spinning, up and under. Good footwork, Thomas Osterbrook for Portland.
And quick enough for Portland to be able to go 2 for 1.
And now the use it or lose it 30-second timeout for Iran Ganat. So after a sluggish start, both teams finding their offense late in the first half.
30-second timeout. Rainbow Warriors.
Welcome to the Sonic Burgerverse.
Burgerverse.
It's like a universe, but with 2 new cheeseburgers. So cheesy. Bold hickory barbecue.
Tangy.
Garlic butter bacon.
It's back.
The possibilities are infinite. Cheeseburger. The new cheeseburger lineup at Sonic.
Lowe's knows you need to save money this holiday, so
You can get more of what you want.
with our lowest price guarantee, this holiday, if you find a better price, we'll match it. Get more for your home and your family. You got this. We got you.
What do you think of the green Santa hat?
I love it.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. A little variety from the red, because you'll get confused with Santa.
And
if
you
have
do
the red
have
hat on.
a trombone player in a full Santa outfit, by the way. Yes, there's another. They're all over the place. Oh, there's their traditional hat. Christmas spirit and the holiday spirit alive and well in the islands. Ten to shoot for the Rainbow Warriors. Noel Coleman gets to the basket, and with the offhand finishes. Timeout Portland. So Shante Leggins will use his 30-second timeout. But what a finish. Noel Coleman's a lefty, but using the right hand there.
He found a seam by attacking. He went hard to the left, and then the step through split the defense and got the finish.
34-27. 8.1 left in the first half for Portland. Coming up at the half, Dallin and Seth from the studio with the halftime report. As we wrap up day one at the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic. So far, this tournament has been fun to watch in day one. A great performance by Nevada to start the day. Record-setting performance as far as this tournament goes by TCU. And a tight one where a late charge by Georgia Tech knocked off UMass. And now the home team trying to get a win and play Georgia Tech. And Portland has other ideas. Out near midcourt. Bull danged it, launching a three. And that's too strong, and they'll take us to halftime. And it's Hawaii by 7 at the break.
It was a cold start for both teams shooting the basketball, but Hawaii heated up in that second half. It started really finding their rhythm, and that's what allowed them to have this 7-point lead.
Justin McCoy leads the Bows with 8. Vukashin Masic 9 to lead all scorers for Portland. Half of Hawaii's made buckets from outside the arc. Bows by 7. Dallin and Seth coming up after the break, the halftime report. Largest lead of the night for the Rainbow Warriors, the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic presented by the Hawaiian Islands. And Jovan McClanahan getting things done.
Well, I wonder if he was excited about his son hitting that shot as he was when they hit the game winner, because he was in the gym. He was here last season.
There is Thomas McClanahan. First off, I dig the throwback.
That's nice.
How great is that? I wish they would wear those more. There's Jovan's dad, Thomas, who was proud dad, of course. Well, he is all the time, but especially when Jovan hit the tournament-winning 3 for the Rainbow Warriors that brought Hawaii their first tournament championship here. And it was the first time they'd ever played in the championship game last year, and they knocked off SMU, and the Mustangs had a pretty big lead, and the Bows came back late.
If you're going to get to the finals, you might as well win it.
Tyler Robertson has it blocked out of bounds. Then there was that meme that was going around the world of the SMU players look in disbelief after McClanahan hit the shot from underneath the basket.
It was an incredible shot.
Nice move on the baseline, but it falls off from Vukashin Masic. Hawaii started to take control here early in the second half, but Noel Coleman throws up a wild shot. And here comes Portland running the floor. Bernardo da Silva tips it away, and a steal for the Bows.
Just the turnovers. That's unnecessary. You don't really have numbers.
Jovan McClanahan on the baseline.
It's interesting to see how McClanahan would really handle, because he's more times than not going to be matched up with a bigger defender, and how he finds his opportunities. He's got to be so crafty.
And a nice move by Vukashin Masic. And he has 11 to lead all scorers in the game. Portland trying to hang in there. Matthew Cotton. And it's tipped out of bounds, will stay here. And we mentioned the shot by McClanahan. Here was the tournament-winning shot from Jovan McClanahan, who had to race up the floor and off-balance hit it.
And it was contested, falling down, and able to knock it down.
And that was on Christmas Day.
That's a terrific present. And Tyler Robertson for Portland's been pretty quiet, only 6 points so far tonight.
Bernardo da Silva fouled, it falls off, he'll shoot 2. And he got off to a quick start. And he was the focal point early for Portland, but it just seems the focus for the defense for Hawaii is to take him out.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's their leading scorer. He can be moved around in so many different positions. So you've got to focus on Robertson, but as you do that, now you've got Masic who can heat up. Tyler Harris, the freshman, he could heat up as well. The Pilots really need both of them to.
One more for Da Silva, the senior from Brazil, originally way back when committed to BYU. And he was going to go there, but then when Dave Rose retired and Mark Pope took over, Bernardo da Silva got out of his letter of intent and made the switch to come to Honolulu. There is Robertson. And the rebound controlled by Hawaii.
Very patient and deliberate.
In traffic, the finish from Bernardo da Silva.
And that pass is delivered perfectly where the help defense is just a step too late to get there.
There is Tyler Robertson, backing down. And he's fouled by Justin McCoy. And the second on McCoy. That'll be 2 free throws for the Portland Pilots. Bows by 14 as we approach Christmas in the islands. So much going on. Well, this was last night, the welcome dinner to the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic, hosted by our friends at the Outrigger Reef Hotel. They're home for a lot of the people affiliated with the tournament this week. And it was a fun night on the shores of Waikiki at the Monkey Pod restaurant. Hula dancing.
Yeah, they had live music.
Yeah.
And at the Monkey Pod restaurant last night. Had pizza.
It's a great spot to be.
It was so good. And it's open air, so you can sit at a table and look over the ocean. It's nothing better. It's beautiful.
How cool is that?
Oh, yeah.
As somebody likes to say. Well, the Portland Pilots brought their cheerleaders all the way across the Pacific to Honolulu. And they're hoping to cheer for a strong push by Portland here at the Bows up 14 early in the second half. And Tyler Robertson, one more shot for Robertson. The senior from Melbourne, Australia, honorable mention All West Coast Conference last year, where he led the WCC in assists and free throws made last year. And another three, Noel Coleman. Or as they say in Hawaiian on a three, Ekolu.
You got it.
Largest lead. And Coleman, the first Rainbow Warrior in double figures with 10, as Robertson goes to work inside.
Well, for Portland to get back in this, Robertson is going to have to produce.
High post for Bernardo da Silva. As the smaller Robertson on him. Backs him in, powers his way through.
Portland's not going to bring a double team. De Silva has got to go look to score when the ball comes inside.
Nice runner across the key that falls off as Robertson takes a hard fall to the deck as we caution Masic with the miss.
De Silva has the height advantage. He may have gotten away with a little shove off there for an offensive foul, but he was able to get the finish.
Hey, John! That's it! They're going to be an up screen! Up! He's going to set it up! He's going to set it up!
Thomas Osterbrook back in for Portland. Now they're running it again through Tyler Robertson. Trying to create space. Three to shoot. Masic off balance. And the rebound batted around and it's controlled by Jovan McClanahan. Portland gets back in transition, but Bernardo da Silva cut to the basket. They didn't stop ball. Timeout. Oh, Portland. They were in position, Carolyn, to get back and stop the fast break, but nobody stopped the ball.
I don't think that Portland ever adjusted once they saw that Hawaii had gotten possession of the basketball. And Coleman passes the ball ahead. Cotton sees De Silva cutting to the basket and delivers it. Oh, he's calling for it. De Silva is letting him know he's running down Main Street.
But somebody's got to come up and meet him because he just did a straight line sprint to the basket. And somebody's got to knock him off his path.
Well, you have to run with a purpose. You can't run and just stand in a spot. You've got to run and get in position to defend.
Now, Bernardo da Silva ran with a purpose because he cut right to the basket and caught the pass and laid it in.
When you're on offense, you want to eat. Right? You're running the floor for a payday. It was so impressive. You're talking about how Hawaii in the scouting report, Coach Bennett liked. It was like a classroom. They would demonstrate with 5 players out why the players sat on the bench and went through each option of what Portland was going to do tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly where Aron Gannat got it from Randy Bennett. And a lot of the Randy Bennett disciples will run it that way. And you think of the coaching tree that Randy has. And Randy at one point worked for Lorenzo Romar, his conference foe now at Pepperdine. But Aron Gannat, Todd Golden, who's at Florida. Kyle Smith, who's in Washington State. Even on the women's side, Mark Campbell, who played at Hawaii for Riley Wallace, is doing a great job at TCU.
Yeah, they're still undefeated.
Spinning and left it short did Tyler Harris. And then like kind of a branch off that tree because Chris Gerlofson is at USF at San Francisco, worked here at Hawaii for Aron Gannat. So there's all these crazy connections. And last year when Hawaii played Washington State, it was nuts.
Oh, wow.
Jovan McClanahan the miss. And here comes Portland in transition, Chris Austin. And lost out of bounds by the Pilots.
It's the 11th turnover by Portland.
And Shante Leggins, this final tune-up before league play, and knows that WCC is going to be tough. As St. Mary's, certainly Gonzaga year in, year out.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Now, of course, no BYU in the WCC anymore as they've joined the Big 12. But San Francisco's playing great. Santa Clara's had some good wins. Noel Coleman. And the rebound, there's Tyler Harris for Portland. And a 3 launched and too strong from Bull Degdit. Here's hustling Chris Austin for the Pilots. Way short by Tyler Harris, but cleaned up by Bull. Dinged it for Portland.
Portland just keeps hanging around. It's like at any moment you expect for them to get on a little bit of a run.
Matthew Cotton splitting a double team, then missed everything inside. Tyler Robertson, off balance, draws contact. 11 and a half to go. Portland heading to the line, trying to hang in there with the Rainbow Warriors. A look at the Monkey Pod at the Outrigger Reef. One of the great meals here in Honolulu. Wonderful time of the year, and the bowl games keep coming. Friday night, Georgia Tech, Central Florida, the Union Home Mortgage, Gasparilla Bowl, 6:30 Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Plus from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And speaking of bowl games, one will be taking place right there, the left side of your screen. The Hawaii Bowl, the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl, presented by Hawaiian Islands. It'll feature San Jose State and Coastal Carolina coming up on Saturday. One more for Tyler Robertson. He's got 10. And Robertson, an amazing story in terms of coming back to Portland. There was some question if he would return, as his dad was diagnosed with cancer. He thought about returning back to Australia, turning pro. And his dad convinced him, just said, nope, turn around. You made a commitment. Go fulfill it. Finish up your work at Portland. And then you can come home and play. But he also has visions, Carolyn, of potentially testing the waters and trying to get to the NBA, at least this summer, as Noel Coleman gets inside for Hawaii. But Tyler Robertson coming back to Portland, the urging of his dad, who is fighting cancer. We're happy to report his dad is doing really well in his battle against cancer. Nice spin underneath the reverse by Juanse Gorosito for Portland.
I asked Tyler, was he playing with a little extra motivation this year? He said, absolutely. I couldn't even get the question finished. That he was playing for his dad. It means a lot for his dad to be here.
And there is his dad, who made the trek from Australia.
Yeah, his dad, Andrew, his mom, Rochelle.
.52-38, Hawaii. And a steal and a hard fall, but a travel called on Juanse Gorosito.
I love how Masic ran over to help Gorosito get up after the hustle play, even though it was a turnover.
And the interception is stealed by Gorosito ahead. Tyler Harris in transition to the basket, and counted and one. The freshman Tyler Harris for Portland.
Yeah, it's a pride factor right now, regardless of the score, to play all out. Started with Gorosito and then running in transition, Tyler Harris, and gets the finish.
Foul on Noel Coleman, his second. Harris 0 for 1 from the line. And he hits the and one free throw. Down to 11. The lead as large as 18 for Hawaii. Winner gets Georgia Tech in the semis.
Look, a couple of threes, a couple of stops, and Portland would be right back in this one.
Midway through the second half, and a steal. Lukasin Masic ahead, and Harris finishes. Tyler Harris attacks the basket, and Portland's trimmed into single digits. Timeout, Rainbow Warriors, and Portland's clawed back with a 7-0 run.
Build confidence off your defense, then run it up on offense, out in transition. And Tyler Harris putting an exclamation point on it. Yes, sir, young man.
So Portland, a quick burst. They've made their last 4 shots from the floor, and they've forced Hawaii into 3 turnovers in the last 68 seconds.
And that's what Portland has to be focused on. You want to put back-to-back stops. If you can put 3 in a row, most coaches have a goal of that, a string of 3 stops in a row. Go convert on the other end. Focus on that as opposed to what the score is, and you can get yourself back in a ball game.
There's Shante Leggins. His team is trying to claw back here.
And playing shorthanded without Karomo.
So their starting center not available for a violation of team rules. He is on the bench. He is here with the team, but not available to play. Here's a deep 3. And that one rims out for Justin McCoy, and Juanse Gorosito comes up with a loose ball. Robertson finds Gorosito, thought about it. A drop off. Harris spinning, and a strong move and lost it going up.
That's about as good as you could get it there. He just, like you said, he lost it. Terrific post move.
And as he gets stronger, that's a play he'll finish.
Absolutely. But I like how aggressive he is in his attempt.
Bernardo da Silva, 5 to shoot.
Robertson held his own.
Offensive foul, a charge, wave it off. McCoy called for his 3rd. And there is just a heady basketball play that Tyler Robertson continues making.
He does a little bit of everything from scoring, shooting a 3, but also defensively taking the charge. He's just so smart, knows where to be. That's a good call.
So a chance to trim it even further for Portland. And it's still in play, and ricochets to Matthew Cotton, who drops it in. The referee had hit off Don Berdal, who was standing inbounds. That's why it was still in play. And then a Portland turnover. Noel Coleman races up the floor. The reverse, McClanahan the miss. Bull dinged it. Ahead. And Vukasin Masic to the basket for Portland. End-to-end we go.
When Portland gets possession of the basketball, they can get from one end to the other with a quickness, especially with Masic running the floor.
Both teams score in the high 70s. It's been a low-scoring game, though, by these two teams' normal play this year. Matthew Cotton a 3, and a big shot for the Rainbow Warriors. 9 threes for the Bows tonight. Here's Tyler Robertson, a strong move. And an offensive foul, a charge on Robertson. And Robertson a little slow to get up.
The refs involved, off their foot, and then the Bows off and running. Matt Cotton with the slam. But then very quickly, the other direction, Masic for the Pilots, trying to keep Purdue, keep Portland in this.
Puna and choose from our inventory of America's top brands. We deliver, install, and move safes. For more info, go to HawaiiSafes.com.
At Spectrum, we know how much you depend on the reliability of our products and services. Now, we've taken a new step forward in reliability by identifying potential service issues before they become a problem. If you're affected, we'll contact you and help schedule a free service appointment with one of our expert technicians. The proactive maintenance of our network is one of the many reasons Spectrum delivers the most reliable internet speeds in the nation. Spectrum, keeping you connected.
Keep your valuables and family safe and secure with Hawai'i Safes. Visit our showroom in Mapunapuna and choose from our inventory of America's top brands. We deliver, install, and move safes. For more info, go to hawaiisafes.com.
Bows by 12, 7:17 to go. Quarterfinal number 4 with Carolyn Peck and our ESPN crew. Roxy Bernstein with you. Look at our bracket. Nevada at TCU, our first semifinal tomorrow. And then Georgia Tech will get our winner in the nightcap in the evening session after Georgia Tech outlasted UMass earlier at the Stan Sheriff Center in Honolulu. 14th annual Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic. And we talked about Riley Wallace earlier, Hawaii coaching legend. There is the College Basketball Hall of Famer. Mike Montgomery, who coached at both Cal and Stanford. Took Stanford to a Final Four. Yep, Monty. Yep, there's the thumbs up. And his lovely wife, Sarah, sitting next to him. And Monty's here because his son, John, is associate head coach for Iran Ganat at the University of Hawaii. Mike Montgomery, 18 years at Stanford.
Also coached at Golden State, did he?
He did, coach in the NBA with the Warriors. And as he'll joke with you, I've proven I'm a college coach. Out of bounds will stay down here. And then went across the bay to Cal and had a great run leading Cal to a conference championship. As the hustle by Bernardo da Silva to keep it alive off the leg of Tyler Robertson. Down low, out of the double team. Jovan McClanahan missing a 3. And crashing the glass, Matthew Cotton saves it for the Bows.
Cotton, McCoy, and da Silva have been a force on the glass.
Tyler Harris pulls it down. Here comes Portland. Trying to get into single digits with a 3. They're going the old school way for 3. As an and 1 for Tyler Harris, who's come alive here in the second half for Portland.
The freshman continues to grow, continues to be aggressive. There ain't no back down in number 15 in black.
Second on Bernardo da Silva. Tyler Harris missing the free throw, and the rebound falls to Matthew Cotton for Hawaii. Inside 6.5 minutes. Last game of day 1 in Honolulu. 5 to shoot. Jovan McClanahan penetrates, gets all the way to the bucket, and it spins out. But Bernardo da Silva, the offensive rebound.
Da Silva on the glass again. He's got 3 offensive rebounds, da Silva.
Open in the corner, and a 3 for Vukasin Masic. In Portland, the closest they've been in a long time. It's down to 7. 18 for Masic. They just will not go away, and you alluded to it. Even when they were down 18.
Well, because Portland has the ability to shoot the 3, and then the way Tyler Harris has attacked the basket.
And the step back 3, short from Juanse Gorosito, who's had a rough go of it so far in his sophomore year after he was an all-freshman team member in the West Coast Conference last year. And Gorosito, who set a Portland freshman record for made threes last year, has really struggled to get on track shooting the ball here this year. But a 7-point game, just over 5 minutes to go. In Carolyn for Portland, they were down 18. How did they get back in this game?
Well, just really focused on the defensive side and getting stops and trying to keep Hawaii off the board. And then running in transition, and Tyler Harris attacking and getting to the free throw line, staying aggressive. It makes the defense have to shift, And then that's allowed the perimeter, the three-point shots to be open.
And give Shante Leggins and his coaching staff credit for getting this team to keep battling. Because, for example, it fell apart in them in the second half. They were close to Grand Canyon for a while before the Lopes pulled away from them last Saturday. But here, you're on the road. You're down 18 in the second half, but they've trimmed it down to 7, and they've clawed their way back into this game.
Well, and also playing a man down without Karoma, it seems as if the whole team has taken the shoulder the load, everybody doing a little bit more. They haven't hung their heads. They have stayed in this game the whole entire time. I just keep waiting for Gorosito to... You talked about him being a three-point shooter. He has hit some threes, but they've been wiped off, whether it be a travel, a turnover, a shot clock violation. But the ones that count, those are the ones that he's not been able to see go through the hoop.
Matthew Cotton with a big 3, the 10th for the Bows in this one, and the lead is 10. And the loose ball, there's Justin McCoy taking it away for Hawaii. Other corner. Back-to-back threes for Matthew Cotton. He made him pay in that 1-3-1 zone that Portland was in. Goes corner to corner with back-to-back threes. Gorosito. And he comes up short on a good look.
Find number 11 in white, Matt Cotton. He just hit 2 threes. I'd run it back to him.
Here he is. Bernardo da Silva in the lane. And a burst by Hawaii, a quick 8-0 run has pushed the lead to 15.
Danger zone for Portland. Portland's got to get a score right here.
Bull dinged it from deep. And there is Juan Munoz tracking it down for Hawaii. They had it down to 7. But after Ron Ganot's timeout, it seemed to refocus the Rainbow Warriors.
Oh!
Justin McCoy left open. And down low, it's Bernardo da Silva on the offensive glass. Matthew Cotton one more time from deep. And Juanse Gorosito tracks it down for the Pilots. And a block. And that's the second on Matthew Cotton.
Portland, they tried to creep back in this, but Matthew Cotton had a lot to say about it, knocking down the 3 in the corner pocket. And it's not just the right side, got one on the left side as well. Hawaii up 15.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Hawaiian Airlines. Hawaii flies with us. By Outrigger Hotels and Resorts, come be here. And the Hawaiian Islands. Learn more at gohawaii.com. Rainbow Warriors, 8-0 run, trying to put this one away. Up 65-50 on Portland. 2:48 remaining in this quarterfinal matchup. And the winner will play Georgia Tech as Damon Stoudemire's team. A late push to knock off UMass earlier. And the first couple of games today saw Nevada pull away from Temple, and TCU score a tournament record 111 points in their win against Old Dominion. Juanse Gorosito down low, and it rolls in for Vasily Vucinic for Portland. And the loose ball off of Vucinic, and it goes back to Hawaii.
Vucinic has been on the bench quite a while in this second half. 8 seconds to get it across.
And a foul committed by Portland. And it's on Juanse Gorosito. And the second on the sophomore from Argentina. Hawaii playing the clock as much as they're playing the Pilots right now.
Just got to make sure you get a shot and don't turn the ball over.
Jovan McClanahan finds Bernardo da Silva with 1 on the shot clock. That's to perfection for Arangana. 14 for Bernardo da Silva. The lead is 15. And a 3 is short from Chris Austin. Tyler Harris, the offensive rebound, had it stripped. Long outlet ahead. Noel Coleman.
Again, McClanahan getting the ball where it needs to be. Pushing in transition, getting away from the defense.
Foul on Hawaii. 3rd on Bernardo da Silva.
Hawaii extending the lead, led by their leader, McClanahan. We talked about him knowing when and where and how to get the basketball in the right spots.
One more for Vasily Vucinic. So back in the starting lineup because of the suspension for Ali Karoma.
Ooh. Coleman got away with one there. It could have been an offensive foul.
Shante Leggins wondering how come there wasn't an offensive foul. And discussion with Amy Bonner working the way up the floor, and a foul committed by Portland. It's team foul number 4 on the Pilots. I think Juanse Gorosito sold it a little bit too.
Well, yeah, but, well, that's supposed to be a call with the new rule. No warning. It's kind of a fake foul.
Tried the deception, and then Robertson called for that one. That's 4 on Tyler Robertson. Still a few to get to the bonus for Hawaii. As Lukashin Masic comes back for the Pilots. Now Portland, they've had some success in basketball, but they're really known for their soccer, is what Portland's known for. We talked about Hawaii's volleyball prowess earlier.
Right.
But you think of Megan Rapinoe, for example.
Okay.
Portland. Tiffany Milbrett.
Yes.
There's another Portland Pilot. Christine Sinclair, Portland Pilot. Shannon McMillan. Then on the men's side, Casey Keller. Steve Cherondolo. But when you think of hoops, it's Eric Spoelstra, right?
Right.
Was a WCC Freshman of the Year. 4-year starter. 4th in Portland history in assists, by the way, Spoelstra. He could play in addition to coach.
You're better than the Google.
Well, I just did some research, that's it. Then our colleague at ESPN, Malika Andrews, is a Portland graduate.
Portland?
She went to Portland, yeah. She went to Portland. Arangana with 45 seconds left to get some subs in the game. First appearance for Akira Jacobs, the native of Japan. Also, Matija Svetozarevich, who played in Portland last year, the junior from Serbia. Or 2 years ago, I should say, he was at Portland. And the first appearance for Cody Williams, who hasn't played since mid-November because of a groin injury getting in there for the Rainbow Warriors. Nice footwork inside by Vasily Vucinic.
And Hawaii, 3 players in double figures. McCoy, McClanahan, and Coleman. Coleman, De Silva, and Cotton.
Not wanting to shoot it even though Akira Jacobs had the open look, and Aran Ganat's telling him, hey, just hold it. It's not getting these shots up. We don't need to. So we'll have Georgia Tech and the home team, Hawaii, in the semis. Our second semifinal tomorrow night. Our first one earlier today. It'll be TCU and Nevada. We'll have a strong second day of the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic. Portland will play UMass also tomorrow on the other side of the bracket, and we'll have Old Dominion taking on Temple as well. That'll do it, and the Bows improve to 8-2. 69-56, Aran Ganat and the Rainbow Warriors move into the winner's bracket in a semifinal date with David Stoudemire and Georgia Tech tomorrow night.
Got off to a slow start, but things heated up, especially in the second half. Had a real balanced attack, got on the glass, and were able to hold on for the win.
11 threes for the Rainbow Warriors, who hand out 17 assists as they hold Portland to go 4 of 19 from 3. And a look at our bracket for the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic presented by the Hawaiian Islands. There are our semifinal matchups, 5 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2 with the Wolfpack and the Horned Frogs, and then the Ramblin' Wreck and the Rainbow Warriors in our second semifinal tomorrow night. Strong effort from the home team, Hawaii, in the second half. The Bows pull away for Carolyn Peck and our ESPN crew, Roxy Bernstein. Mahalo for the 50th state. The Bows get it done over Portland.